Is the Indian economy dying? Well, this is a question that each and every global media house is asking. See yourself.
A major upheaval underway at one of India's top business empires. Adani Group has operations in everything from coal mining to telecoms. Its 7 main units were recently worth an estimated $220 billion, but a blistering report by an American investment firm accusing the conglomerate of massive fraud and market manipulation.
Most analysts say that default and wider systemic risk to India's economy remain unlikely for the moment. The debacle, though, could definitely be a blow to investor confidence in India overall, and it's at a moment when the country is trying to challenge China as a destination for foreign investment.
Yes, this video is about India's Adani Group, an American investment firm called Hindenburg Research recently published a report that said Indian billionaire Gautam Adani was a fraudster and he engaged in market manipulation. Well, Adani is the biggest business face in India. From a rupees 100 note, he went on to become the richest person in India and the third richest in the world. His success story was often linked to India's success story. Adani Group also acquired Israel's Haifa port last month. This was seen as a strategic victory for India. But as soon as the Hindenburg report was out, Adani's $250 billion empire lost around $100 billion in valuation within days. So let us see what allegations Hindenburg leveled against the Adani Group. The report says key listed Adani companies have substantial debt and are over-leveraged. It also says the group faces liquidity risks due to high short-term liabilities, with 5 of the 7 key listed companies having reported current ratio below 1, indicating near-term liquidity pressure. It also accused the Adani Group of improperly using tax havens and flagged concerns about debt levels. Initially, it felt like Hindenburg was winning this battle, but only until the Adani Group bounced back this week. Shares of Adani Group companies gained sharply on Wednesday, significantly reversing losses that it encountered in the last week. The Adani Group took many steps to reassure the investors and boost their confidence. First of all, the company prepaid loans on shares worth $1.11 billion ahead of maturity next year. Recent better-than-expected earnings also improved confidence among investors. Adani Green Energy's net profit zoomed 110% to Rs 103 crore for the quarter ended December 31st last year. Revenue from operations rose 41% on year to Rs 1973 crore. Adani Enterprises also called off the $2.5 billion FPO even after it was fully subscribed to protect the interest of the investors.
For me, the interest of my investor is paramount and everything is secondary. Hence, to insulate the investors from potential losses, we have withdrawn the FPO. This decision will not have any impact on our existing operations as well as our future plans.
It must be noted that this is not the first time the Adani Group has been questioned. India's capital markets regulator, the Securities and Exchange Board of India or SEBI, has investigated some of these issues over the past year following local media reports. SEBI has launched a full-scale investigation into the recent crash in shares of Adani Group companies and is also looking into any possible irregularities in the $2.5 billion share sale. Let us talk about the Hindenburg company now. Hindenburg Research is a part of numerous short sellers who are being investigated for probing potentially illegal trading tactics in the US. Basically, short selling is an investment in a manner if the value of the stock falls, then the investor will make money. And Hindenburg has itself disclosed that it holds short positions in Adani companies through bonds and derivatives. Hindenburg is also accused of being a Ponzi hunter. So does it mean all the allegations against Adani are baseless? Well, you may ask, global rating agencies. Rating firm Fitch said there is no immediate impact on the ratings of Adani Group. It also said there will be no material changes to its forecast cash flows. Had this been a bombshell revelation, this would have obviously impacted the Adani's ratings. And that is why the question arises, is this a conspiracy against India? The fact that global media is linking Adani's recent setback to the gloomy future of the Indian economy itself proves what is the ulterior motive here. But India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has a message for global investors. And with this message, she has also dashed the hopes of all anti-India powers that were dreaming of maligning India's reputation and weakening the investors' confidence in the Indian market. Let's listen to what she said, and that is a wrap on today's episode.
India remains as before an absolutely well-governed, stable government and also very well, regulated financial market. And as a result, I think the investor confidence which existed before shall continue even now. Our regulators are normally very, very stringent about certain governance practices, and therefore they should, one instance, however much talked about globally it may be, I would think is not going to be indicative of how well Indian financial markets are governed. So many lessons have been learned over the decades, and therefore I think our regulators have kept our market well in prime and prim condition.